Like it's missing an ingredient. Amazing how when you comp something side by side, you go right back to it. And you're like, everything I just said, throw it out the window. We got a new opinion now.
Get old, you can't twist like you used to.
He's back. What's going on, man?
Happy Tuesday?
You look colorful. I'm wearing purple. You got the pink going on.
Alright, pink, blue, and green. That's the rotation.
We're going floral or something here today.
Fall's here.
Fall is here.
Cool a little bit. Leaves starting to turn.
You came in, you saw all the pellets out front, right? How did you miss that? There's 4 damn tons of pellets outside the driveway.
I was just looking back towards the garage in progress, and that's the shed, and that's what I was paying attention to.
So, this is my son's favorite time of year. Not. Actually, and I only did 4 tons. Usually I do 5 tons. But I got a little left over from last year, so I kind of dialed it back a little bit. But we got to get 4 tons of pellets from the driveway into the garage and into the house.
Yep.
So, that's a lot of 40-pound bags.
Yep. One step at a time.
He's younger than I. So I do more finger pointing. I'm good at that.
Yeah, he's young. It's good for him.
So, I'm Tom.
I'm Derek.
That's Derek. Welcome to the Whiskey Cave. And man, we got a good one today.
Yeah?
Yeah. I got a couple aces in my sleeve today.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's a good day. I know it's gloomy out there. The leaves are coming down.
Hey,
I'm
fall. It's change season.
I'm in a good mood.
Yeah. I roasted my first chickens of the winter. Made chicken soup yesterday.
Nice. I assume you went to the store and bought said chicken.
Yeah.
All right.
Although there's a house down the street, I could have stolen a couple of chickens, I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean,
but they're just out there in the street.
We see a lot of animals around here. We go into animal stories, but I can talk for that for days here in this neighborhood. Matter of fact, this turkey pecking on my front door all the time.
Oh, the turkeys have been through constantly.
They're Jehovah's Witnesses or something. I was like, I hear him knocking on the door. I'm like, look at this goddamn turkey knocking on my fucking door. So, but no, I'm excited. We got some good stuff. I finally settled up on my insurance, my auto insurance claim. A little trick for those out there. If we get in an accident, always ask for loss of value. So what's that? Loss of value is the difference between, because once you get in a car accident, that goes on your Carfax.
Yep.
So when you go try and trade it in or try and resell it, they were like, well, it's not worth as much. It was in an accident. No matter how big or small the accident is. So, I put in a claim to their insurance company and say, hey, listen, my car's not valued the same. So we got a little bonus check coming for that.
Well, you have the inconvenience of 8 weeks?
Yeah, seriously. But so finalize that today. We're over the hurdle on that. The cigar bars, you hear the news?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, we killed it. So we won best cigar. So the original cigar bar is in North Conway, New Hampshire. That's nestled in the White Mountains, just overlooking, or we get to oversee Mount Washington.
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful little town.
And there's 3, including us, there's 3 cigar bars in town. We won best cigar bar of the valley. And our bartender won best bartender, which she is on cloud 9. She's ecstatic.
That's great.
So that was great. So we had a great weekend, great celebration for that. How about you, man? What's going on in your world?
Well, stuff around the house, doing a little PT, working on the yard. I start a volunteer effort next week. I'm helping with the build for window inserts.
Yeah.
So people that have heating issues, they want to reduce the heating costs. The company that will provide the raw materials to build inserts to help reduce those heating costs, and they'll basically provide the materials for cost for the people that are in the program, and then we'll put together a bunch of volunteers and assemble them.
So you're using your past professional engineering experience.
Well, I don't know about that, but it's just I decided to help. I got some time on my hands.
Well, good for you. That's awesome.
Start that tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm sure we can drink to that for some reason, right?
We'll see after the week's over.
I do got a few things new to the cave.
Oh, awesome.
One of them I'm really, really kind of excited about.
Yeah?
Yeah. Actually, they're both nice, but, I'm partial to one more than the other.
All right.
Although the audience
might feel differently.
So I'll start off with this is the baby decanter. So most people are probably familiar with the old Fitz You can get them in an 11-year-old, 12-year-old. They get that fat decanter style body style. So this isn't quite that. So we'll call this the baby decanter. This is the 7-year bottled and bond. Old Fitz. It's 100 proof. You bourbon drinkers know exactly what this is. A weeded.
Okay.
Actually,
I might like that one.
I like this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a couple of the Old Fitz at the cigar bar, but I have not personally tried it.
Okay.
I
don't know that I've had an Old Fitz.
Sometimes those things I kind of save for the customer base because they're just hard to get. So, I don't, come enjoy it,
That one's hard to get?
And I wouldn't call it, it's Crown Royal like that.
Yeah.
But,
I like it.
It's fancy. I kind of like it. So, I got one for the cave, and I got one for the cigar bar.
There you go.
So now we have 3 variations up north. So that's that, and the other one I'm a little giddy about. Now this is definitely one of those hope the wife's not watching kind of videos, right?
Did I open up the pocketbook for this one?
A little bit. Did I overpay? Probably.
Oh.
I think I paid MSRP because I got it in the state of New Hampshire, so that's good. But like you say, when you really pony up, is the juice? It might be good, but is the juice worth it? We don't know. But I'm a sucker for this brand. I really do like this brand. And it comes in this fancy white box.
You can't even see what's in it.
You can't even see what's in it. I don't even know if I got the front or the back here. I think this is the front. All right, I'll go like this. Padow. That is Angel's Envy, finished in French oak añejo tequila barrels.
Interesting.
How the hell we open this damn thing? Oh, there we go. It's under lock and key.
Yeah.
So
fancy.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for a nice box. What can I say?
Yeah.
So volume 2025, number 5, straight rye whiskey, which we love their rye finished in the rum casks.
Mm-hmm.
That's like Christmas in a bottle. So I would imagine, I don't know, but usually when I try things in a tequila finish, especially if it's rye, I'm expecting more of like black licorice spice. So
interesting.
We'll see.
Yep.
We'll see. So yeah, this is a special edition, obviously from Angel's Envy. They've done other special editions. They call them their Cellars collection. I do have some others over there, but I've only got them in 375s.
Mm-hmm.
I think they got a PX over there and some other stuff. But this was not a cheap one, but it's a fun one. Floral, fruit forward, toasty vanilla with subtle clove smokiness on the nose. Baking spices, cracked pepper, tempered by herbal agave syrup, earthy tobacco, and brown sugar. Now that's my freaking lane right there. The finish is soft and balanced with orange blossom honey.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Tropical fruits and a French oak finish. Yeah.
So that part is confusing to me because it says a French oak and it says agave tequila. Is it finished in 2 different things?
So the tequila, I'm taking this as tequila that came out of the French oak barrel.
So with Scotch, when they say French oak, oftentimes they mean wine barrels.
Yeah.
They don't mean just the virgin.
They don't mean a tree from France?
Necessarily. It might be.
Yeah.
And that could be where these barrels originally were just French oak and then they put tequila in them. They could have been wine barrels that they put tequila in and then they put rye in, potentially.
Well, throw us some thumbs up and some likes and so whatnot. And if you want us to try this, I'll do a little homework on that very question.
They don't give you a lot of the details.
No, they don't.
Those that's really made. But I'm always curious.
This is all words and phrases, whatever the hell can make this sound good and sell it. Which they got me.
Yeah.
So, but I took this as tequila, French oak barrels that had tequila in it.
Yeah.
That's how I'm perceiving it. But
and that makes sense too.
We'll find out. But I have to make a home for this on a shelf somewhere.
Yeah, you're right.
It's too sexy of a box.
Pretty full up.
So yeah, here's the hoping the wife tuned out on that one. But yeah, obviously not why we're here today.
So why are we here today?
We're here for the other, was it last week or the week before? I think it was last week. Yeah, the new to the cave, the Bombergers that are picked up.
Yep.
All right. So that's this guy right here. We scored this as an annual release, but I wanted to do this because there's kind of a story behind this. But in order for me to tell this story, I gotta tell this one first.
Or what's the difference?
Ah, great point. This is Shenk's.
Oh,
Shenk's.
They look a lot alike.
Well, they're definitely different. And we'll talk about what makes them different. But Shenk's started in late 1750, 1753, somewhere in there. John Shenk he's a Swiss guy, created a distillery in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit between Hershey and Lancaster. So we're in Amish country.
Yep.
Right? In which I found that out and I was like, oh, that's going to be my next time I drive to Virginia, I'm going to go that way.
Amish country back then, or was it just country?
I mean, it was 1750. I mean, what was an Amish country? It was, sure as hell wasn't developed.
Yeah.
Right? So he creates Shenk's Distillery. For about 100 years, and in 1860, I think it was bought out by Abraham Bomberger.
Okay.
All right?
It changed hands.
It changed hands. And then, post-Prohibition, Michter's bought the distillery. So Michter's, most bourbon drinkers are all familiar with the Michter's brand, started in Pennsylvania at this very distillery.
Oh.
This distillery is obviously not in use. Michter's owned that location, or at least distilled in that location, until about 1989. And then the distillery is now on their registration of historic buildings and whatnot. So now, Michter's has since relocated to Louisville, Kentucky, where they make their Kentucky bourbon.
Yep.
But they produce a batch of this and a batch of this annually. That's kind of typically falls in the allocated bottle, kind of hard to get. You better get it while it's hot. To pay respect to Shenk's, the original
in
Kentucky. They produce this in
Kentucky.
This is not yesterday's product per se. This is more in memory of.
Yeah.
Because this is all made in Kentucky, not in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
But the story started in Pennsylvania. So this is the annual release of the two. So I figured we'd crack it. We'd compare them.
Yeah.
They are different. Shenk's is a sour mash. And sour mash, simply put, it's all in the fermentation. They take a little of the old batch and they put it in the new batch. And that kind of reduces the pH. It allows them to make whiskey more consistent from batch to batch. And so essentially it's got a little DNA from batches previously. My wife would appreciate that because she does a lot of sourdough. It's kind of like the starter.
Yeah,
right?
Makes sense.
What's really cool is, so they choose to put sour mash on the bottle. Most don't. I think they think it's a turnoff. Like, you think it's going to be sour.
Yeah. People don't understand what it is.
Jack Daniels, Woodford Reserve, Four Roses, E.H. Taylor. All sour mash.
Mm-hmm. Well, it kind of makes sense, right? If you're going to... You're taking a little bit of the original and you're moving it into the next batch. So you always have some connectivity to what you made before.
Correct. And that's why it helps with the consistency and whatnot. Also, a whiskey. And we have no real idea what the mash bill is.
Okay.
Okay, so the mash bill is a little secret, but they do say it's rye forward. Okay, so we get a rye forward American whiskey, now currently distilled in Louisville, Kentucky. Let's try this and then we'll crack the Bombergers.
Start with the oldest. Proof.
I don't think either one of them was all that bad. 91.2. This for the excuse me. This I've actually this one not really new to the cave. New to me. I've never had it.
Mm-hmm.
Never actually tried this. This was last year's edition.
Been sitting on that bottle for a year.
I've been sitting on. Actually, I got another one too. I picked up a couple, but I've yet to try it. Today is my first go at it. I get a little rye. I can see it's rye forward on the nose. It's not overbearing.
No, a little bit. little spice, a little sweetness.
But it is. It's spice. It's baking spice. Mm-hmm. I'm not getting so much caramel and vanilla that I would in a traditional bourbon. So very easy. It's good nose. No rough edges on it.
Nope.
This tastes like a Michter's to me.
Yeah?
Yeah. An interesting point, and I probably have one, but we're not going to get into it. People wonder if this is just a variation of the Michter's sour mash that they already produce, called Michter's sour mash. And whether they tweak it a little bit or kind of make it their own, and we don't know this for sure, but there's reason to believe that this is just a variation of that. And I like Michter's. I'm not a huge Michter's guy, but this does bring me back to Michter's. I've had enough Michter's, and I'm like, I'm getting the Michter's profile.
Yep. Smooth, relatively light. For me, a little thin.
A little thin on the finish.
And then a little brown sugar.
Definitely with the brown sugar. So it's a whole lot of baking spice. And then rounded comes back to a little of sweetness of a brown sugar. But it's very granular. Where it's like I taste I can actually taste the texture of the baking spice and the brown sugar.
Very easy drinking.
Very easy drinking.
I mean, I give it a solid B. B minus.
I'm gonna go B minus. The finish isn't bad, but it almost doesn't keep up with the nose or the palate.
No, but so I guess this is at the bar BB plus, at the tasting table C plus B minus.
Sure,
because it doesn't really offer any really thing to talk about or anything really intriguing from a flavor profile, but from a standpoint of just I'm relaxing, I want a smooth, easy drink. This is pretty good.
I think this would be good as a compliment to something. I don't know what, beyond say a cigar or like this would go with cheese and crackers. Like it almost needs something to
I can see that.
Bring out that
especially like
finish.
A sharp cheddar to go with it.
Yes, yeah. So I think we're on the same page here. It's good. I don't know if I would beat people up over this if you're hunting for this bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I forget the
especially
price,
if it's
I think it was $100. I don't know exactly. I'll post whatever it actually was, but
you could find bourbons that are probably just as good for $50.
I would agree. Now that being said, although let's remember this is a whiskey, not a bourbon.
Sure,
but you can find American whiskeys probably in the same category. Yeah. But I also wouldn't be disappointed at its price point either. Like I paid $100 for it. I'm not disappointed.
No, I mean it's got an interesting story. It's very unique. But if I missed out, I wouldn't necessarily feel that bad about it.
This is actually, because it's a little harder to get and it's an annual release, this is actually a good one to crack out with good friend, special occasion. Yep. You know what? We don't get to drink this all that often. Let's crack this, enjoy it. And for that, I think it's a really good bottle in that regard. But let's compare it.
So let's see if we can tell if there's any difference.
Well, there should be difference because the next one's an actual bourbon. I want a greedy one. I want one more sip before I checked it out. So I guess maybe it's a B minus B. Yeah, maybe it's upgrading. So this is the Bomberger's declaration. Forgive me, they got this super hard cursive and fine print here. Honors the legacy of the former distillery known as Bomberger's in the 1800s and later as Michter's, as we talked about. And that's about all that says right there. This is 108 proof, so a little bit more. And small batch Kentucky straight bourbon. So we know we're at least 51% corn. They don't tell us anything else. There's not really much more information. Let's go.
Yep.
Any preconceived notions on which one you think you're gonna like better? I mean, if you just read the bottle.
Ooh, I'd probably go with this one because I'm hit or miss on ryes. Oh, this was not very rye.
That was not very rye at all. I agree with you there. Got a little hint on the nose.
No, it was for me. It was the right amount. It kind of smooths it out a little bit, adds some texture, adds a little baking spice element to it.
To go back to that, that's actually a good point. That was really balanced. I mean, if I had any critical point, it was just the finish being a little on the thin side, but it did flow. Based off the bottle, I'd probably go this one. I kind of tend to like the American whiskey category more than the bourbon category, mainly because it takes the restrictions of their creativity.
There could have been, I don't really like corn either, generally speaking, so they put a little barley in there, put a little wheat in there, more of a balanced blend. That probably means what helps maybe make it a little smoother. So,
and again, saying sour mash, and if we recall some of the brands that I just talked about, I mean, obviously Jack Daniel's pretty consistent, pretty easy drinking. The Woodford, Maker's Mark was another one, right? And Maker's Mark is one of the smoothest, easiest, because, it's a wheated bourbon.
Yep.
So there may be, although we don't know, there probably is a decent amount of wheat in that, and that's helping that. Let's go. All right, so a little bit more bourbon.
Sharper nose.
Yeah. Not overly sharp, but in comparison.
Sharper. You just get that little bit of corn, and you get a little bit of proof on it. So I can pick up a little bit more of the alcohol in the first sniff.
I think we're going to have to start asking when it comes to bourbons, is it more caramel or more vanilla? This one's got a little toasted effect to it.
Yep. And it's not particularly sweet. It doesn't have a lot of sweet tones to it. I'd say pretty bourbon nose.
This has almost got a, I don't want to ruin this, but without exposing the sulfur so much, but like a faintly, like if you put out a match, but like 20 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Not here in front of me, but from a distance, kind of toasted.
Maybe a little more char on these barrels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I like that.
I think this one is significantly better than the first one.
This is
richer.
It's definitely richer.
Fuller flavor.
Yes. But that finish.
I felt like the rye was
completes
better. Yeah. Well, it was it kind of, for me, it was a peaking. Like it got a little better and then just kind of gently cascaded off. A little hint of sweetness.
I'm getting a little dry.
A little dry. A little acid.
Yeah, a little maybe hay on the finish. I'm not really getting hay on the nose though.
I didn't get dry so much on the first sip. The second one, I definitely leaves my tongue a little dry.
So I didn't either on the first sip, but the second one, I don't know if I took a bigger sip or.
That's interesting. Yeah, I think a bigger sip leaves you a little drier. Thinner sip, smaller sip,
Definitely.
doesn't have the same effect. But I think I really enjoyed this flavor profile.
Yeah, and this doesn't drink so 108. I mean, this probably drinks like a 98 or 100.
Oh yeah, then in comparison, when we go back to the first one, this has almost no flavor in comparison to this one.
Is it the proof that's masking that?
I mean, the proof makes will intensify the flavor.
Yeah. Even the nose.
So I made the comment about kind of sitting at the bar, just having a relaxing drink versus a tasting, and you want that flavor explosion. This is much better for tasting, but it might wear you out.
It's suddenly
lacking in comparison. Yeah.
Weak, thin. Like it's missing an ingredient. Amazing how when you comp something side by side, you go right back to it. And you're like, everything I just said, throw it out the window. We got a new opinion now.
I think it's reference, right? And comparative. It's a comparative, right? So in it standalone, it has fine marks with nothing to compare to. But then when you have something right next to it at the same time, it's easier to tell the differences.
Don't move.
Wasn't going to get that Michter's out, but one of them was top shelf, straight in the middle.
That's the toasted. You know what? We will do the toasted. Because I'm just looking for the Michter profile. I've had this for a while too.
A little dusty?
A little dusty. You can dust in this place for days.
But it's been opened?
No, I just cracked it.
Okay. Well, I didn't see you like, it didn't have like any plastic top.
No, that's a good thing about Michter's. It's just sealed with paper.
Yeah.
It comes, I'm not fighting
Comes ready to go.
aluminum foil or anything like that. So this is the, I'm just trying to see if we get, probably more so on this one, if we kind of get that, like that Michter's kind of vibe. So this is the toasted barrel finish, straight bourbon. Nothing to talk about other than that. 91.4, so not nearly as proofy.
Nope. Nose very similar for me, at least at first.
Yes, I agree. Very similar.
And now, having had like 3 sips of the, what was the name of the second one?
The Bombergers.
The Bombergers. I can feel the proof a little bit in the throat.
These noses are really similar.
It's kind of in between. For me.
Oh, I totally agree. It thins out very much like the Shenks.
And the overall just flavor profile is just a little bit more subdued.
Yes.
It's got more flavor, but it's a little more subdued. But it's also, what, 12, 13% less?
Yeah.
So that could be just the proof talking. Which, isn't necessarily a bad place to be. A little more flavor, a little more easy drinking.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of disappointed in this.
So, second one was my favorite of the 3.
I agree completely. I think we both agreed B- on the Shenks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with a B on the Bombagers.
I'm gonna give it a B plus.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna on the bourbon scale.
On the bourbon scale,
I'm gonna give it a B plus.
Okay, all right. I wouldn't argue with that. I'm not gonna fight up with it, and I'm gonna go right back down to B- on this.
Yeah,
if we're gonna put that in there.
The first time I haven't had a lot of Michters. The first time I had it, I was fairly impressed, and then I bought myself a bottle, and I was not really that impressed with it. It took me a while to get through it, and I've kind of stayed away from it since then.
The 10-year bourbon's good. I do like that, but that's a pretty hard one to find as well. I think this might be the first time I've ever had it toasted. Maybe not. I don't know, but I've been sitting on this bottle for a little bit, and obviously we just cracked it now. I'm sure I've had it somewhere along the line.
The upper end bottle shapes for Michters, I do really like.
The 10 years.
The 2, yeah.
Yeah, they are, because they're unique.
It's a sexy bottle.
It's a sexy bottle. I do agree. So, did we learn anything today?
I can see the similarities between all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Subtle differences in composition, bottle proof. That makes a big difference here.
Sure.
But there are definitely similarities.
There are. They do kind of all feel like they come from the same wheelhouse.
I got the
Winner.
Yeah.
The Heaven Hill glass.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's by far the winner.
I think Michter's is a fine American whiskey brand,
Mm-hmm.
be it bourbon, be it their rye, what have you. Like, I don't think I've had anything from them that I did not like. There's definitely been some stuff that I said, ooh, this is setting itself apart a little bit. But on a general broad brush, I probably prefer other distilleries out of Kentucky.
So, for me, they kind of feel like the
Michter
feel like the Macallan of American whiskey.
Some people, I think there's a little bit of that.
And that they're good, and they have a really well-known brand, but it's more hype than reality. You're paying a premium for the brand.
Yeah.
You're paying a premium for the name recognition. Not that it's bad, it's just there are other things that are as good for maybe better back for your buck.
Well, we got people out there that are, bourbon connoisseurs or American whiskey connoisseurs. So let us know what you think if you've had these three, what your thoughts are.
I'd love to hear it.
Which one you prefer, you recall liking anyway. But yeah, I think we're on the same page here.
Well, I'm glad you. That was good fun.
Yeah, and I think with the story, I think they're really both great bottles for the cave.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
if somebody comes in, especially if they're a Michter's fan, I'm like, oh, I got a bottle for you. Mm-hmm. We can now talk about the story and the history, and I mean, it's the juice is good. We're just comparing it.
So when's the expansion happening?
I am running out of room.
You're running out of shelf space.
Yeah,
You're kicking mom out and moving upstairs.
Seriously, right? The good news is it's coming in faster than it's going out, right?
Was that good?
Is that good? I don't know. It's coming in faster than we can consume it.
One's good for your liver, one's bad for your wallet.
Oh, yeah, okay. But this is going to be debatable, I suppose. I don't know. Maybe I need your help on this one, too. But no, we've got probably about, I don't know, I probably got a few bottles. Obviously, we share a few of them here. Mm-hmm. What's under the cave. But I got a few bottles. But I always like to keep some of the, beyond the new stuff. I like to keep, that's why we have what's new to the cave. Like, I got some stuff.
You could never buy another bottle. And we could film this show for 2 years. And never do the same thing twice.
Longer than that. Yeah. That being said, so good segue. We have, I expect to have a bottle at the cigar bar. Okay. Well, not a bottle, but a sampling of.
Okay.
So I'm going to clear this out. We're going to neaten this up just a little bit here. You can keep one glass here. You're going to want to sip on something. We had a fan notice this bottle right here.
Okay.
And he asked me what year it was. And I said, shit, I don't know. I bought a box and went here. And I looked and I could not find the stamp anywhere. And you're not going to be able to see this. No. You're not going to be able to see this. Because I have great upfront vision. And I can barely see this because it's, I don't know if it was lightly stamped or what have you. But he was asking me if this was a 2021 bottle.
Okay, so there was certain years that were better than others?
Yes.
Yep.
So the 21 that I'm paraphrasing here, and he said had, I forget the age stated, but north of 30-year-old whiskey in it.
Okay.
Maybe it was older than that, 45-year-old whiskey. This turns out to be 2023.
All right.
Which, by the way, I love this bottle. But he's sending me a sample of the 2021 that he says is better.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's got older whiskey in it.
Oh, interesting.
So we're gonna pour them blind.
Okay.
And we're gonna make our own damn opinion.
Interesting.
On which variation of the 21-year Parliament Glendronach we like better.
All right.
The 2021 batch or the 2023 batch?
I don't always like them better when they're older.
So that's a good debate. Because they almost take too much out of the character. They
become
thin it out
super smooth, like really refined, but sometimes you lose the goodness over time.
I agree. But not all the time. I mean, that 27-year-old Redbreast, I mean, they didn't take nothing out of it. That has full character.
The Delmore that had like all the different years in it, that was
King Alexander.
was fantastic.
Yeah. So
that's next week?
I don't know if that's next week.
Okay.
We gotta, it's getting shipped. I believe it arrived today, but now I gotta, get up and get it and yada yada yada. So, but coming soon to a whiskey cave near you.
I turn 52 in 2 days.
You old son of a bitch.
Yeah. I'm a full deck of cards here.
So we're gonna need a 52-year-old whiskey to celebrate his birthday. Now, if you know
anyone who's got one of those kicking around, feel free to send it along.
We'll taste it. We'll
try that out. Give you your thoughts.
52. I could do 221s.
There you
No, that's only 40. That math still doesn't math. You need 221s, a 10, and a
226s.
226s. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find 226s. I think your cake.
We can do a 27 and a 25.
Okay, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm just thinking your cake's gonna be short a few candles.
Yeah, this is a big 5 and a big 2.
Yeah. So, but
I'm too old for cake.
Seriously, yeah. But you're not too old for a nice glass of scotch.
No.
So 2 days?
Thursday, yeah.
Thursday. Wow. Happy birthday, Derek.
Oh, thank you. I mean, after 50, you don't really pay too much attention to them, but
That's fair. But, it's still another excuse to have a nice
I
dram.
made another lap around the sun.
Well, maybe that's what we got to do next week. We got to have a birthday dram.
We can go through the birthday drams. We've got a few of them up there.
We've got a few birthday drams up, yeah.
Yeah.
Quite the collection. I still have the OG.
Yeah?
Yeah.
On the 50?
Yes. That's 25.
No, but that was for my 50.
Oh, for your 50th. Yes. We got them at 25 for 50. So wait a second. So we can actually do that math. So now I only need a 26. I don't know. Who makes it 26?
That's a weird
It's
age.
an odd duck.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. You got any suggestions, you let us know. Love to hear from you. Got anything you want us to try, sample? Give some shit. We're good for it. I'm Tom.
I'm Derek.
That's Derek.
Have a great week.
Have a great week. Be good. Thanks for coming to the cave.
That's time. That's almost
72.9% alcohol.
Yeah.
Right here. And you didn't even mention the word proofy, hot,
No.
anything.
Not at all. A little on my third sip. I know it's probably a little
warming.
Yeah.
But this is over 140 proof.
Yeah.
Oof. This is the hottest stuff I have in this cave right now.